So this is part of the lesson that we're going to do on chipping. This is what you're going to do right around the greens, from the edge of the green to about 10 paces away from the green. This is where this shot would be appropriate. If you have to go up and over something like a bunker, then probably this technique isn't appropriate. We'll get into that a little bit later in another video or face-to-face session. But this one is for a basic chip shot. And so what I want you to do, you should have gotten either your pitching wedge or sand wedge. It's typically one of your shortest clubs, and it has the most loft. Loft is this angle right here in the face. So you'll see the longer clubs have a straighter face, have less loft in the face angle. The clubs that we're going to use have the most loft. So they're ones that are the shortest clubs, not including your putter, and have the most loft. When you get set up, and this is probably one of the most important things that you want to do, is your setup position. We want to be comfortable. As I said in the handout, we want to be balanced and centered. So grip the club. We'll get into the grip face to face, but I want both hands on the club. Everybody is right-handed, so left hand is at the top, closest to the butt of the club. And you're going to grip it like you would like a heavy briefcase. So if you put your hand to the side, notice that my left hand has a little sort of bend, a little cup to it. My fingers are completely wrapped around the club. And my forefinger, my thumb and forefinger in a V shape right in the middle. So if we use the Golf Pride logo, my V that I formed is right in the middle of that. My right hand goes just below. I want to be connected. I would say for most beginners, let's just go ahead and do the 10-fingered baseball grip. When we get a little bit more advanced, I use the overlap grip, so my little pinky overlaps the last 2 fingers of my left hand. And it just sits there on top, nice and snug. Again, on top of the club, I want my thumb and forefinger to form a V and sit right on top. Notice that I'm kind of covering up the golf of the Golf Pride logo when I do that. That's because I want my hands kind of in the middle, closer to the bottom end of the grip and not to the top. We want to shorten the club, make it a little bit more manageable in your hands. Get your hands a little closer to the club face. It's more controllable that way. When I stand, I want to be centered, as I said, with my weight. I don't want to be leaning on one side or the other. I want my feet nice and close together. And this way it gets me into a position and posture over the ball that kind of signals and tells my brain that this is a small swing. If I'm standing with my feet wide and doing that, then it kind of, again, it signals my brain that this maybe is a little bit bigger swing, and that's where we start getting into some de-acceleration, which is slowing down at impact. We've taken too big of a swing, and now we've got to slow down to hit it. What I want is feet together. We're gripping down, as we said. My feet together, again, kind of quietens my lower body so my upper body can swing. Notice my shoulders and my hands form a V, and the club stays and swings as I rock my shoulders backwards and forwards. The biggest thing that we noticed on that handout that I mentioned, and I'm going to position myself this way, is the club's going to swing in an arc and in a straight line. So as I swing the club back, I want it to swing back in a relatively straight line, but it's going to swing up, and that's perfectly normal. I want to produce an arc, and I want to swing down and brush the surface. When I swing down, that's where I'm going to hit the ball. So if I just aim over here, swing up and down and through, the ball's going to go and catch right at the bottom of the arc. So let me demonstrate that again. Up, straight line, and through. Nice and smooth, as I said. I don't want any sudden movements. So it's a nice relaxed swing.